hook I have in the vise is a number 10 Kona wet fly nymph hook. On that hook I've got a 5/32 Nymph-Head Heavy Metal tungsten bead. We're going to start off with 5 turns of 0.025 lead wire. For the tail I've got barred Sili-Legs. So I'm going to tie them in doubled over like this. But as I tighten it down, I'm going to pull on the legs straight back. That way, when I get back here to the very back, they're already dead center. Now I'm going to add medium ultra wire in red and silver. We want to tie these directly onto the top of the hook. And just to make me feel better, I'm going to color this thread red. Now I'm going to add 2 strands of blue Flashabou that I've doubled over to make 4 shorter strands. Next we're going to tie in some UV Chewee skin in white. This stuff is so cool. Now we're going to use the barred Sili-Legs again. These are going to be legs on both sides of the hook. So what I want to do is wrap my leg around the thread. This will give me a ton of control over where it lands. So at this point, I can slide the rubber legs down and I know exactly where I want them to go. Wrap the thread on and they're in place. Super simple. Now I want to cut these rubber legs just a little bit. I don't want to cut them to the exact length that I think they want to be, but I'm going to leave them pretty long because we're going to trim them again later. Now we're going to dub some ice dub in peacock black. Now this is easier if you're right-handed, if you use your left hand to actually do the wrapping and use your right hand to hold this back. So we want to put 1 round behind the legs, 1 round directly over the legs, and then a round in front. And I've got a little bit more, so I need to put a little bit more on there. Now we're going to pull our UV Chewee skin over the top and tie it down. And our blue Flashabou. We want these strands to be close together. And whip finish. And again, to make me feel better, I'm going to color this thread red. So now to finish off this wing case, we're going to use some Loon UV thick. We want the thick because we want to build a bubble of UV resin on top, directly on top of the wing case. And onto the bead a little bit too. trim my tail and legs. I like the front legs to be longer than the back legs, so I'm going to cut them at an angle. And that finishes off the Heavy Metal Nymph-Head Copper John.